1-2. Swung on and miss. Fuchs
coming in right side. Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch, which is a called strike 3. Anderson.
Wes Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Mayville State University on the campus here in Mayville at Scott Berry Field. I'm Chase Miller alongside Jake Berkmeyer. After 3 elimination games, we get to the Region 2, so used to Region 1 over the last couple of days, the Region 2 baseball semifinal, where the winner of this game really sets himself up pretty for the next day or two potentially here. If you win, then you have a game in hand. If you lose, you cannot lose for the rest of this tournament if you want to head down to Newman Outdoor Field. Let's take a look at what happened earlier today in elimination games. In 5 innings, Larimore won 13-3 over Maple River, and then in 7 innings, Hatton Northwood won over Hillsborough Central Valley by a final of 6-3. And then in the game that Jake just called moments ago, it was 5-4 Hatton Northwood as Hunter Frederick delivered the game-winning double in the bottom of the 7th inning. So the loser of this contest will play Hatton Northwood at 2:30 tomorrow here on your live event, while the winner will wait the loser of this game against the winner of that and Hatton Northwood tomorrow at around 4:45 or so, coming up on your live event in championship game number 1, and then if needed there would be a championship game number 2 in the double elim. That would be on Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. That again is IrieINS.com. On the eastern side of the state of North Dakota, so 4 Region 1 champs Central Cass, Region 3 Lamort Litchfield Marion will continue to give you scores from across the regions as some of those are finishing today. Others are getting through their second day, and then tomorrow would be an opportunity to find out who the region champ in North Dakota is going to be. But we'll get to all that coming up on our Irie Insurance pregame show. But around the corner, we'll get to our starting lineups. It's the Region 2 baseball semifinal featuring the top seed, the Thompson Tommies, and the number 3 seeded Mayport CG Patriots here on your live event.
The Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsborough and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsborough, and contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry, 218-368-7989.
As we return here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, let's take a look at what happened earlier this season between these two teams on May the 18th. A 10-1 win for the Thompson Tommies on May the 18th. Mayport CG 10-2 on the season. Their pair of losses against Hillsborough Central Valley and Thompson. The Thompson Tommies sit at 14-1 now on the year. Their lone blemish against HCV on May the 6th. And also they defeated Lamorla Chimerian 2-1 earlier this year in terms of, there's not a lot, but there is some cross-region games here in the state of North Dakota. Let's now get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products. Grower owned in crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. For the Mayport CG Patriots, looking for their first state tournament appearance since 2015 when they won the championship over Carrington, 14-8 in that contest. Mayport CG, head coached by Alex Berry. They'll go like this: Ethan Bergstrom, a junior left fielder; Reed Kritzberger, the senior center fielder; Jake Hutter, the junior pitcher; Landon Koenig batting cleanup here; Lucas Fugelberg, the junior third baseman; Walker McGillis, the sophomore first baseman, batting sixth; Marshall Judish, the sophomore right fielder; Andrew Arnsvold, the junior catcher; and Cole Kritzberger here, the sophomore second baseman for Mayport CG. On the opposite side for the Thompson Tommies, under the guidance of Nate Solis here, a state tournament. The senior shortstop here will be batting leadoff for the Thompson Tommies. Thomas Shoemaker, the freshman left fielder; Tyler Cunningham, the senior second baseman. You have Reese Berberich, the junior catcher; Kyle Odenbach, the senior pitcher; Ryan Strandy, the senior first baseman here. Alongside with them, Braden Wolfgram, the sophomore second baseman; Drew Overby, the sophomore right fielder; and Brody Gibson here, the sophomore center fielder here for the Thompson Tommies. So while Shoemaker, Cunningham, Berberich, Odenbach, Strandy, Wolfgram, and Overby and Gibson to round off the lineups here for the Thompson Tommies. So Thompson advanced with a 24-0 win in 5 innings over the Larimore Polar Bears yesterday, while Mayport CG defeated Maple River in 5 innings and then defeated the number 2 seed Hillsborough Central Valley Burros by a run, 2-1, which that game kind of proves large right now because HCV lost earlier today to Hatton Northwood in an elimination game. Mayport CG will be the visitors on the scoreboard, while the Thompson Tommies, they will be the home team. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Quick timeout after this. We're back with the first pitch in Mayville on your live event.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsborough and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
Chase Miller alongside Jake Berkmeyer here. We'll get to a 3-man umpiring crew here in Mayville. Ryan Cunningham will be calling balls and strikes, as right now the two head coaches and Alex Berg for Mayport CG and Nate Solis for the Thompson Tommies are out on the base pass here. So a win today essentially sets you up really well for the rest of this tournament. This is just his second game for Thompson. And on the opposite side for Mayport CG, this is their third game here for the Patriots here in this tournament. So in region baseball tournament action, you only get 3 tournament appearances. If you pitch 45 or more pitches, then you have to sit out a day, for example, from the previous day, and then you have 135 for a total coming up throughout a tournament. So that's what we have here in this contest. Take a look at some of the other regions across the state to give you an updated state tournament feel to this point. And later on this week, we'll know the state tournament pairings. But Region 1, Central Cass over Northern Cass by a run last night in Castleton. So the Squirrels back-to-back years coming out of Region 1. Region 3, the state runner-up from a year ago, Lemoore Litchfield Marion. They defeated the Carrington Cardinals earlier today in Carrington by a final of 4-1. Region 4, the latest that we heard, Langdon area Enmore Munich with a 10-1 win over Grafton. They are awaiting the winner coming up later tomorrow in Langdon. Parkware, Fordville, Lincoln, and Pembina County North are currently in action right now. In Region 5, the Rugby Panthers are going up against North Star. If North Star wins that contest, they move on. If Rugby wins, there would be a winner-take-all game tomorrow in Candu, North Dakota at noon. The Region 6 bracket, Surrey over Bishop Ryan by 3 by a final of 7-4. The Region 7 bracket, you have Des Lacs, Burlington, and Renville County. That game getting underway, and if Renville County wins that game, there would be a rebuttal game later on tonight as well. So we will know out of Region 7, it's either going to be Des Lacs, Burlington, or Renville County. And then Region 8, games that are getting underway, Hazen and Henniger Scranton today, Shiloh Christian as well, and Beulah awaiting the winner of game number 9 between Shiloh and the winner of Hazen and Henniger Scranton. So that's a looks at Region 8. Overcast skies. It's been sunny throughout the day, then some overcast, knock on wood. We've stood away from any moisture, 67 degrees. Chase Miller, Jake Berkmeyer, first pitch underway here at 5:47, and that'll be in there for strike. Ethan Bergstrom, Reed Kritzberger, and Jacob Hutter here again, the top of the lineup for the Patriots down in their white uniforms. Here's the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike as well. So Kyle Odenbach works ahead here against the Patriots with Berberich catching behind the plate. So Odenbach, 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, got him looking, and that'll retire Ethan Bergstrom. 3 up for strikes and 3 in to Berberich, and that's a strike. So strikeout number 1. Lennon Koenig again batting cleanup with Lucas Fugelberg. McGillis 6th. Judish is 7th. Arsvold 8th. And Cole Kritzberger is 9th here for the Mayport CG Patriots. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike, 0-1. Schumacher in left field with Gibson in center and Overby in right here for the Thompson Tommies in the outfield. And the 0-1 offering on the way. This one is hit in the air, popped up, playable for the shortstop Welsh. Welsh calls everybody off there and gets the out. 2 down quickly here on the top of the first inning. Cunningham at third, we mentioned just there. Welsh at short. Wolfgram at second with Strandy at first base. Berberich is behind the plate. Kyle Odenbach again on the mound here for the Thompson Tommies. So 2 down in the top of the first inning. It's the Region 2 semifinal action here. This one will miss at the letters. Now it'll be 1-0. So the first ball, 5 straight strikes to open up the contest here for Odenbach. This will be pitch number 7 of the inning. Odenbach against Hutter here, the junior pitcher. This one swung on and missed, now 1-1. So you have the pitcher in Hutter against the pitcher in Odenbach here, battling against each other in this contest. Patriots, the number 3 seed here in Region 2. The Thompson Tommies, the 1 seed. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike, now 1-2. So Odenbach looking for a quick 3 up, 3 down to start the first inning, then get the Thompson Tommy bats to the plate where they erupted for 24 runs against Larimore yesterday here in Mayville. This one, breaking ball, the little 2-hopper that'll eat up Strandy at first base. Strandy got the glove to it, but unable to field the play, and Strandy, that'll be an error as Hunter gets aboard there on an E3. And for Mayport CG, they'll have Landon Koenig coming up, and Koenig hit a home run yesterday here for the Patriots. So a little two-out rally here. That one just kind of went off the grass in the infield, and something that's a little bit different for Thompson Tommy fans. They have it at their own particular place where you have the first to third base of dirt like you normally would see, but nothing up the first base or third base line here in terms of a runner's lane. So now Odenbach will have to work from the stretch position with 2 outs here. Looks back, the runner at first is applying the tag there, Strandy, but diving back safely is Hutter. Chase Miller, Jake Burkmeyer getting his work cut out for him today here in Mayville. Here's the pitch upcoming. Off speed. That'll be in there for a strike now, 0-1. So far, the breaking ball and the fastball has been located really well for Odenbach, particularly low in the zone right at the knee. And he looks to back the runner again. That's a little bit closer, but getting back safely is Hutter. The middle infield for Thompson and Welsh and Wolfgram took an extra hop or two to their respective dugout out the first base line, thinking that that might have been the quick pickoff that the Tommies were looking for. 0-1 pitch on the way. This will get Berberich to come out of his crouch position. Now it's 1-1. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including our scoreboard sponsor, Chris Moen of Nodak Insurance Company, serving the Thompson and surrounding communities. Talk with Chris for your insurance today. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. Now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike with Hutter at first base. Koenig behind the count now will have to battle as Odenbach works ahead. 1-2 break. There was an error and a runner left on base. We played a half inning here in Thompson. It's the Region 2 semifinals with the Tommies coming to the plate.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
Bottom of the first inning here. It's the Region 2 baseball tournament on Your Live Event, yourliveevent.com. Our coverage for Day 3 gets underway at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. And Northwood able to work themselves out of the losers bracket earlier today, awaiting who their opponent will be, the loser of this game. And then they would have a chance to, if they win that contest, to play in the championship. Both these two teams right now, hey, if you had to have a bad game, this is the last time of the year that you can absolutely come out and just kind of lay an egg, so to speak, and because everything else you have to start winning if you want to get to the state championship. Connor Welsh takes a strike here now, 0-1 to the senior shortstop here, Jacob Hutter, the lefty. Well, that'll miss for a ball, so a pair of southpaws here in this contest. Welsh, then Schumacher and Cunningham, the top of the order here for the Tommies. 1-1 pitch on the way by Jacob. That'll be foul tip now, 1-2. Reese Berberich batting clean up the junior catcher. You have Odenbach batting 5th with Strandy 6th. Wolfgram 7th, Overby 8th, and Gibson 9th here for the Tommies. That's your lineup for Nate and the Tommies. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You're the leadoff batter, Welsh. As Hutter rocks and delivers off speed, that'll miss. Now 2-2. Arsvold is the battering ram here with Hutter. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way. We'll see where he goes on the 2-2. This one will miss in now 3-2. Fugelberg is at third base with Koenig at shortstop, Cole Kritzberger at second, and McGillis at first. Right to left in the outfield, Judish with Kritzberger and Bergstrom in left field. Here's the 3-2. This one is going to be hit on a line, and that's past the third baseman, Fugelberg, as it gets to left field. Bergstrom will bring it back in, but it's going to be a leadoff single here for Welsh as the Thompson Tommies get 1 batter up and 1 batter aboard here in the first. So Schumacher will be stepping up, the freshman left fielder here, as Schumacher will be coming to the plate here for the Thompson Tommies. So runner at first base again will be Connor Welsh. The runner at first, we'll see if Welsh is able to get to second base and try to scamper on down quickly. As Welsh will get back to first there after Hutter just looks back the runner. So Schumacher will come up here. We'll see if he lays down the bunt or if they get him the hit single. They'll flip over to first base here as Hutter really working early here against the leadoff batter, now the number 2 batter here, trying to see if Thomas might lay down the bunt, potentially give away his sign, as Fugelberg is in on the grass at third base. Holding the runner at first is McGillis. Here's the pitch. That'll miss on the inner port. Now 1-0, something Hutter's done so far against Wilson. Schumacher has missed low and also missed in here on these Tommy batters. Thompson Tommies trying to make it back to a state tournament. And they made it every year since 2013 outside of 2015, and no one made it in 2020 because of COVID. 1-0 pitch. Instead, we'll have a quick flip throw back to McGillis at first base, diving back safely is Connor there. The Tommies just 1 loss on this season. On the opposite side for Mayport CG, they have 2. Their 13th game for the Patriots, 16th here for the Tommies this season. 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll be in there for a strike at the belt. Now 1-1. So the freshman will have an even count here with Thomas. Schumacher here, Mayport CG, able to get a 2-out base runner stranded at first base after the error by the Tommies that went awry. Here's the flip throw on the pickoff, and already 3 times we've seen Welsh had to dive back safely at first base. McGillis again holding the runner on there. The middle of the infield would try to turn 2 with Koenig and Cole Kritzberger if there's that opportunity. And Fugelberg still trying to take the bunt away at third base if it is coming. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and back to the netting as some of the younger fans kind of scatter there. Good-looking crowd here. Larimore Polar Bears, their season came to an end up the first third base line. Going to go left to right here. Some fans sticking around throughout the day watching 4 baseball games here in Region 2. 1-2 pitch on the way as Arvold has to do a good job of moving behind the plate. Now it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Reed Kritzberger playing a little bit into the gap in center field, so there's a lot of real estate in right center right now for Thomas. Here's the 2-2 pitch upcoming, or they're going to go back to first, and Connor Welsh, again, getting a lot of attention there by Jacob Hutter currently at first base. Game that started again at 5:47. Here's the 2-2 offering on the way with Hutter unless he goes back and tries to get the runner at first. He delivers 2-2. That'll miss up high, now 3-2. So we'll see another full count here with Hutter on the mound. And now for Nate Solis, what kind of play does he put on up the third baseline here for the Tommies? Try to maybe get hit and run action going on a full count. Payoff pitch upcoming. That'll be popped up and in the air, playable. Hutter, we'll see this one go to the first baseman, McGillis, and McGillis makes the backhanded play. Had to fight the wind a little bit with the sun behind him here. And that will be a pop-out, so 1 down here in the first inning as Tyler Cunningham comes to the plate. So Cunningham, the senior second baseman on here for the Thompson Tommies, as he'll step in to the plate here for Thompson. Welsh still at first base, and he got a lot of attention by Hutter in the last at-bat and would assume the same here. Hutter looks back the runner once, and now we'll just step off. Region 2 baseball tournament on your live event and yourliveevent.com. Game number 8 here of the Region 2 tournament. 2 more games tomorrow and possibly even one on Friday. This one will miss for a ball. It will be 1-0. I think during this time of the year, particularly for spring sport athletes with graduation, with golf, with baseball, softball, track and field, it's one of those times where you're just fun to kind of be out. This one is going to be hit in the air, and tracking it's going to be Ree Kritzberger into left center field. Kritzberger about 10 feet in front of the warning track, able to retire the number 3 batter Cunningham here on a long fly out to center. Now 2 down as Reese Berberich will step in. But back to cabin fever, I think, was definitely a thing for a lot of folks probably in April, as you finally got to kind of get back into a little bit of a swing of things in May and then play a bevy of games in about a week and a half as the regular season wrapped up. Thompson Tommies on senior day able to play and beat Mayport CG a week ago. There's the pickoff throw. Diving back safely is going to be Welsh, and coming up will be Reese Berberich. But again, with the cabin fever, just to be outside on a day like today in the 60s. The sun is shining right now here in Mayville. Here's the pitch. This one going to be blocked in the dirt, and it'll be 1-0, and dare we say it, 70 and 80 maybe degrees across the state of North Dakota. For track and field athletes, it's supposed to be in the upper 70s, low 80s in Bismarck tomorrow through Saturday. I mean, something they haven't ran in nearly 9 to 10 months. 1-0 pitch on the way here to Berberich as the runner takes off from first. Here's the throw down to second, and sliding in safely is Connor Welsh. So Jacob Hutter tried to keep him as close as possible at first base, but going on first movement that time and guessing correctly was Connor Welsh as he gets a stolen base. And the Thompson Tommies, for the first time tonight, have a runner in scoring position, as now Arsvold will come out after throwing a strike and making sure the signs are correct with Hutter with, again, a runner at second base. Just hope the weather can cooperate for the graduations, the open houses, and obviously just all the tournament action here over the next week and a half in the state of North Dakota at the sports. And also the Shield Softball All-Star Series will be on your live event June 6th and the 7th, or 7th and the 8th coming up in Bismarck and Castleton. We'll have those games for you. Also, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series in July, Optimist Volleyball Series in June, and we're going to partner with our friends at Three Borders for the Shrine Bowl here in Mayville on June the 18th. So the runner at second is Welsh. Off-speed pitch just on the outer part of the plate. Now it'll be 2-1 to the cleanup batter here in the Thompson Tommy lineup in Berberich. So Hutter is one good pitch away from trying to get out of any situation here in the first after a leadoff single by Welsh. Able to get the next two in Shoemaker and Cunningham out. 2-1 offering, swung on and miss. Another off-speed pitch there as Berberich swung on and couldn't contact on anything there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. For the Mayport CG Patriots, they'll be sending up 5, 6, and 7 in the top of the second inning as Hutter steps off. So who's going to draw first blood here in the Region 2 baseball semifinals? Thompson, with an awfully good hitter here in Berberich, has a chance to deliver the first run of the game. As Hutter looks back the runner and the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that'll retire the side as Hutter gets his first strikeout of the young evening. No runs, there was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. An inning complete on our Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. We're scoreless with the Patriots coming to the plate on your live event.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro, and contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry, 218-368-7989.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Chase Miller, Jake Berkmeyer here with you on your live event. We go to the top of the second inning. It's Fugelberg, McGillis, and Judish. 5, 6, and 7 batters here for the Mayport CG Patriots. in that first inning. No runs, no hits, a runner left for Mayport CG. For the Thompson Tommies, there is again no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Moving day or clear-out day is the second of a softball or a baseball regional, as we've already had a couple teams eliminated. Larimore, Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Maple River, 3 teams that are already unable to play anymore this season, and their dreams of heading to a state tournament has come to a close. Fugelberg takes a strike, now 0-1 here to the junior, a third baseman. Lefty-lefty matchup to begin the second inning. This one is foul up the first base line. Now it'll be 0-2. Mayport CG, Mayville, Portland, Clifford, Galesburg here, and they have Finley Sharon also part of their co-op this season. That'll miss on the outer part. Now 1-2. Taking a look at some of the state appearances in recent years for the Patriots. 7 as the co-op of Mayport CG, their first back in 1994. This one swung on a mission. Odenbach gets his second straight strikeout, 1 down. Now on the top of the second inning. As coming up will be Walker McGillis, the sophomore first baseman. Mayport CG again, their first state title in first state tournament appearance in 1994 as the co-op here, and they've got 7. Last decade made it in 2010, 11, and 2015. Mayville made it by themselves back in 1950 and 1954. 1 state title here for the Patriots in 2015. Swung on and miss, and Odenbach, just like he did in the first inning, working ahead of Patriot batters here in the second. The 0-2 pitch on the way for Kyle Odenbach here as he looks into Berberich. 0-2 pitch on the way. That'll miss on the outer part, now 1-2. Both these teams in softball as well making it to the state tournament. Mayport CG and the Thompson Tommies. Mayport CG yesterday defeating the Tommies in the Region 2 softball tournament in the championship game. 2 balls in, 2 strikes. So where will the softball seeds, as much as we talked about baseball, where will softball land here with 4 really good teams from the East making state? 2-2 pitch, that'll miss up at the letters, now 3-2. Central Cass, Kindred Richland, Mayport, CG, and Thompson all heading to Fargo next Thursday at Theraldson Softball Complex on NDSU. 3-2 pitch, this one is fouled back, and if there was no netting, I would have ran like a firework and scattered, because that was coming right at us. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I don't think you have to worry about fireworks being banned this year in the Red River Valley with how much moisture we've gotten in April and May. And the pitch. This one is up the first base line, and this one going to be a catch. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Oh, what a play by Strandy, and that's out number 2. Strandy, no regard for his body on that one. He was contorting. He was able to levitate, it looked like, for a half second, and he came down with the catch. Mark that one, the score column. That could be our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game on that one. This one coming in. That'll be in there for a strike. Now 0-1. So Judish will step in here. Lefty against the lefty. Right fielder, a sophomore. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. That'll be in there for a strike as well. Now 0-2 as Andrew Ardsvold is due up next. If Judish can somehow get aboard here for the Patriots. No balls, 2 strikes. This one swung on a miss, and Odenbach through his 6 outs. He's got 3 punch-outs here, all via the swing, except for Bergstrom, who struck out looking. No runs, there was no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. An inning and a half complete here in the Region 2 baseball semifinals. We're scoreless with the Tommies coming up with Odenbach to lead things off in the bottom of the second.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. You can shop for your personal items or your farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsborough congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates from the City of Hillsborough.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Odenbach, Strandy, and Wolfgram, 5, 6, and 7 batters here for the Tommies. Lefty-lefty matchup to begin here as Odenbach will take a strike now, 0-1. So Odenbach will try to do what Welsh did in the first inning. That's get a leadoff single or at least find a way to get a board. And this one has hit up the first baseline foul. A little bit difference in terms of pace of play for the two pitchers. And the senior Odenbach very much just give me the ball and let's put this one and try to find if I can find my catcher for Jacob Hutter after the lead runner. Very more methodical, especially looking at Welsh at first. That one will miss now, 1-2. It's Hutter, the junior, on the mound here for the Patriots. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, and the offering. This one is popped up and got Odenbach out in front. This will be foul. Ardsvold is there, has some room to make the out. So it'll be a pop out here to the catcher, and Ryan Strandy comes up for the senior first baseman, also batting from the left-hand side. We're talking about state titles and state appearances for Mayport CG last half inning. The same for the Thompson Tommies here, 5 state titles, their first back in 1983. 1-1 in 85 and 99 before Y2K, then 2005 and 2016 here for the Tommies as Strandy takes outside for a ball. Now 1-0 to the senior first baseman. That one in there for a strike. Now 1-1. Runners up against Park River, Fortville, Lincoln. Those were some really good games in recent years between the Aggies and the Tommies. That'll miss. Now 2-1. Aggies won in 17, 18, and 19 over Thompson with one of those games going to extra innings. Pitch coming up. That'll be to the backstop. Now 3-1. 2016 last state title again for Thompson, defeating the Beulah Miners by a final of 3-2. A lot of familiar names so far have made it again from the eastern side of the state. That one will be in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Central Cass, we mentioned Region 1. Region 3, last year's state runner-up in the Thompson Tommies. Langdon area, Emor Munich getting close in Region 4. This one is fouled, and we'll keep it. Well, the full count up coming again here to Strandy. Wolfgram is due up next, so Strandy will try to get a board here for the Thompson Tommies in the bottom of the second inning. For Hutter looking for that second out here and try to get a 1-2-3. 3-2 pitch, strike 3 looking, and Strandy is retired on a strikeout. The second one for Jacob on the mound. 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the second. So Brandon Wolfgram, the sophomore second baseman, steps in now for the Tommies. Mayport CG in the top of the third will send Arnsvold, Kritzberger, and Bergstrom. Whoever loses this game will be the home team tomorrow at 2:30 against Hatton Northwood as they have the higher seed. And the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike now, 0-1. I think one thing always, every year you get to play a tournament, then you see a play or there's a game that happens, which allows coaches, fans, players, and media alike to question, well, why would they do it this way? And I think, for example, if Mayport CG were to beat Thompson here and they would play again later in the tournament, Thompson, just like we saw in softball, would be the higher seed, so they would still be home for the rest here on out as a 1 seed. You know, that's just something that kind of happens a little bit throughout these tournaments that, you know, not to say it's wrong or right, because if you did everything well in the regular season, there'll be 3-1 upcoming. to Wolfgram, you should get rewarded in some capacity. Just I understand if you're a lower seed and you beat a higher seed and you play them again, you like to say, hey, what about us? This one is hit in the air, and that's one going to be a fly ball to Bergstrom in left field as he calls the shortstop off, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 innings complete. We're scoreless. It's the Region 2 baseball semifinal round action between the Patriots and the Tommies with Mayport CG coming to the plate.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders. As they compete both on and off the field and on the court, you put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish your goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience that you can trust to get the job done with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, contact Triple E Incorporated, 701-668-2258, or stop by the office in Page. Make your next project a winner with a team from Triple E Incorporated in Page.
As we go to the top of the third inning here, Mayport CG was an Ardswold, Kritzberger, and Bergstrom. That's Cole Kritzberger, the number 9 batter here for the Patriots. I'll miss for a ball, now 1-0. So Ardswold, the junior catcher here to get things going in the top of the third inning. Scoreless so far, swung on and will be missed. Now it'll be 1-1. So far through this lineup, Odenbach has not given up a hit. There's been 1 runner against him, Hunter on an error, 3 strikeouts and no walks. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike, now 1-2. It's been a battle of the southpaws here between Hunter and Odenbach right now. That's been the storyline here for the Region 2 baseball semifinals. Odenbach with the pitch. This one will be hit on the ground. Odenbach tries to glove it. Welsh is there, comes across a diamond, and keeping his foot on the bag is Strandy. Strandy has made some sensational plays at first base so far after committing that error in the first inning. That goes 6-3 on the putout, 1 down here, and I don't know how Strandy, might have to call him Twinkle Toes there at first base, and able to stretch and somehow keep his foot on. As Cole Kritzberger will step up, as the umpires right now are going to talk it over and make sure that there was the out properly there, as Kritzberger is the next batter up in the lineup here. So they will say, yep, there is the out at first base. In left field, Schumacher again for Thompson. Gibson in center with Overby in right. We've said Strandy's name enough at first here already in the early on, with Wolfgram at second, Welsh at short, Cunningham at third. Oldenbach fires the pitch in there for a strike to Berberich, and we've seen Berberich pitch on the mound as well this season. No balls, 1 strike here to Kritzberger, to the sophomore second baseman here for Mayport CG. This one is laced in opposite field on the ground. Welsh is there. This time makes it a little bit easier for Strandy. He has to stretch. 6-3 again on the putout, 2 up and 2 down here on the top of the third. Mayport CG, 10 wins, 2 losses on the year for the Thompson Tommies, 14-1. As the sun is really coming through, and any cloud cover that we had earlier has really separated itself coming out from earlier today. As this one will work to Bergstrom here with Odenbach. This one is popped up, and that might be playable for the catcher here, Berberich. Berberich getting and coming and sliding and catching. Oh, my, what a play by Berberich. Thompson has flashed the leather so far in 3 innings defensively here, and Bergstrom is out on the foul-out pop-out to Berberich on a sliding effort. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 2.5 complete here in Mayville. It's a scoreless ball game with the Tommies coming to the plate.
The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough is an independent insurance agency. That means they have access to a number of national and regional companies to find you the best combination of price and coverage for your home, autos, or business insurance needs. They also represent Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Sanford Health for your group or individual health insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. Stop by the office at 502 West Caledonia Avenue or call Lee at 701-636-5852. The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough, a proud supporter of the HCV Boroughs.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online firststatebanks.com.
Thompson will send Overby, Gibson, and Welsh here to start the bottom of the third inning as Overby takes a ball against Hutter on for his third inning of work for the Patriots. And now Jacob falls behind the count. 2 balls and no strikes so far for Hutter. He's worked 2 innings, a hit against. That was a leadoff single by Welsh in the first. 2 punch-outs and no walks so far. Ryan Updahl Agency mid-game report. We'll get to that after this pitch. That'll miss for a ball. Now 3-0. Ryan Updahl Agency at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsborough. Call 701-436-5777 for your insurance requests. Visit with Ryan Updahl. And, well, so far it's been the pitchers. It's been 3 innings for Odenbach as he's given up no hits, just 1 runner that was left on via the error in the first. This will be a 4-pitch walk as getting to first base is going to be Overby here. And now for Mayport CG, this will be just their second base runner of the game. So it's been Hutter and Odenbach has been our Ryan Updahl Agency again mid-game report. So at first base is Overby, and with runs hard to come by, and just we haven't seen a lot of hard contact here against these pitchers. What's the play with the number 9 batter and sophomore center fielder Gibson stepping to the plate? Fugelberg in on the grass at third as the middle part of the lineup here with Koenig and Kritzberger at short and second in the infield. They'll try to turn 2, and they'll pick over to first, and Overby gets back safely. Thompson left a runner stranded at second with Connor Welsh. He was able to steal second with 2 outs in the first inning. Hunter paid a lot of attention over there, throwing anywhere from 6 to 7 pickoff pitches or throws. This one in there for a strike now, 0-1. So Hutter gets ahead to Gibson here to the sophomore center fielder. Then it goes back to the aforementioned Welsh for the second time through the lineup here for Thompson in the third inning. After a leadoff walk, normally that comes back and haunts you. We've seen that throughout today in the elimination games. Sliding back is going to be Overby, and they're going to say it's a balk. So they call a balk here. So going to second will be Overby, and that's the first balk call we've seen throughout 4 contests here at Scott Berry Field. And now can Thompson take advantage of it here as Ryan Cunningham will come out. And the umpires are letting the pitcher know, Hutter, kind of what the balk call was in terms of once he brought his leg up. Once he got to a point, you have to throw home. If you throw across and you go to first, again, it's up to the umpire's discretion here. But so that's exactly what's happened. You brought your leg up, and when you kind of rocked a little forward, you went and to try to get the pick off, and that'll be a balk. So can Thompson capitalize with no outs here? Is looking to bunt now is Gibson, the first baseman coming all the way in. Gibson puts down a perfectly executed bunt. Hutter goes over to first. That'll be 1-4 on the putout with Kritzberger. Cole is covering there. But Overby now at third base here as it's Connor Welsh stepping up to the plate. That was one of those where Hutter really held the ball long, and that allowed McGillis to hard charge down first. McGillis was about 45 feet away by the time the pitch was even thrown, and just a really executed bunt there by Gibson just to at least get it to the pitcher or up the third base line, because if that would have went up the first base line, McGillis might have tried to get the leadoff runner. This will miss for a ball. Now 1-0 here. So first time through the lineup for Thompson. 2 runners on, a single and a walk, a stolen base and a balk against Hutter here. And now the runner at third base, and Thompson will try to plate him in with Welsh. 1-0 pitch. This one is hit in the air, and coming in from left field is Bergstrom, sliding attempt, and that one's going to fall in for an RBI single, and the Thompson Tommies take the lead 1-0. Welsh delivers the base knock as Overby comes in to score. Bottom of the third, and Thompson takes the first lead on our Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. So Welsh having himself a nice game with a pair of singles so far, as Thomas Schumacher will be coming up to the plate. Popped out his last time up in the first inning. So right now Thompson takes advantage of the leadoff walk and also the balk, and then the sacrifice bunt there by Gibson, the small ball variety here for the Tommies to get a run across. And the way that Odenbach's been pitching right now, 1 or 2 runs might just be enough here for Thompson up and down the lineup against Hutter, who's pitched awfully well so far in his own right. This one will be a pickoff throw back to first. Getting back safely there is Welsh. Mid-60s here in Mayville right now. Wind picking up a little bit throughout the day, coming and going. But the good news, we haven't seen moisture or precipitation that maybe some parts of the Northern Valley saw with some scattered pop-ups. Some rain showers earlier today. That'll miss for a ball. Now 1-0. State track and field meet begins tomorrow in Bismarck. The Northeast track and field meet was this past weekend here in Mayville, where a host of runners were able to qualify and get to state. That'll miss. And right now, Hutter is in danger of walking his second Thompson Tommy batter here in the third inning. 3-0 on the way to Thomas with the runner at first and Welsh. As Hutter looks back the runner. 3-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Second free pass here of the inning. Runner at second will be Welsh. Schumacher at first. So the speed is on here for the Tommies, as coming out and wanting to make a quick little conference call here is Alex Berry, the head coach for Mayport CG, as the infield will come in here. As Berry will come on and talk it over with his Patriots pitcher, with the heart of the order now due up for the Thompson Tommies, with Tyler Cunningham, who flew out to center field at Reed Kritzberger his last time out. So Region 2 down to their final 3 teams. It's just a matter, again, who would have to be beaten twice, once tomorrow, then once on Friday. If you win this contest, you're 1 win away from heading to Newman Outdoor Field in Fargo next Thursday through Saturday. For baseball fans in and around the Red River Valley, games begin at 10 o'clock in the morning Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and they will play everything out from a championship to a 7th-place game. That's both for softball and baseball. Softball begins on Thursday morning at 11 o'clock, where they'll break out the sessions for 11 a.m. and a 1 o'clock start in the afternoon, and then a 4 and 6 o'clock start for their late afternoon, early evening session. So coming on here, runners at first and second, with Tyler Cunningham coming to the plate. The senior second baseman flew out again his last time up, but he's got runners aboard here. And the runner's going to break, and everyone goes up 90 feet. So Welsh gets to third, Schumacher gets to second. The runners are going right off the pitch here of Hutter. And now Cunningham will be behind the count. No balls and 1 strike, but the 5th Thompson Tommy batter to the plate here. And Cunningham now with a chance to add on to a lead and try to put a crooked number up on the scoreboard. As Hutter with the pitch. That'll hit him, and it'll run in and hit him. So taking first base will be Cunningham. So you've had a walk, a sacrifice bunt, a single, a walk, and a hit batter. And bases are loaded here with 1 out as Nate Solis is coming on here. And we might have a potentially courtesy runner coming on. Or coming up to the plate here is Reese Berberich. So Cunningham is still going to stay over at first base. At second again is Shoemaker, and at third is Welsh. So Thompson, 1 run across so far on 1 hit. No errors, and bases are loaded of Tommies. The corner infielders playing in, up the middle, trying to turn 2 if it happens. This one will be in there for a strike. Now 0-1. Reese Berberich struck out swinging to end the first inning. That's exactly what Hutter's looking for here, trying to get his third punch out of the evening. 0-1 pitch on the way. That'll be in there for a strike. Grant Cunningham again calling balls and strikes. Now 0-2. Thompson, no runs in the first, no runs in the second. 1 run across so far here, and Hutter gets ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The lefty looks in to Arsvold behind the plate, taking a long time here. We might get a time call. Now he finally gives the head nod and likes what he sees. 0-2 pitch upcoming. Swung on and fouled off the face mask there of Arsvold. That'll be 0-2. Region 2 baseball tournament will resume tomorrow for day number 3. Again, this is the 3rd game for Mayport CG, the 2nd for the Thompson Tommies. Patriots just had to play 5 innings yesterday against Maple River. Then they went the full 7 against Hillsborough Central Valley. So they came in playing 12 innings, while Thompson just played 4.5 against Larimore so far, and that's it. So again, that can show you the balance of your pitching staff. If you have burned 1 or 2 really good pitchers early, once you get to this portion or the latter portion of a tournament. No balls, 2 strikes here as Hutter looks in and delivers. This one will miss on the outer part. Arsvold was trying to frame it as best as he could. 1-2. I'll have to ask my counterpart here, Jake, if he likes the frame pitches in baseball and softball where they bring it back in, try to steal a strike for your pitcher in the circle or on the mound. 1-2 pitch dancing at third is Welsh. Off-speed pitch is fouled straight up, and this one will go on top of the netting. Welsh is at third base, and with the lefty on the mound, Welsh can really get a good lead at third, where if there's anything hit in the infield, even though the corner infields are playing in, he can really, especially if base is loaded, try to charge hard down the third base line. Here's the 1-2 pitch again. Good block by Arsvold in the dirt. Now 2-2. Odenbach is due up next for Thompson. This contest got underway at 5:47. Into that 45-minute mark right now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mayport CG scoreless so far. The Tommies up by a run, but they want to get a crooked number on that scoreboard. And the pitch blocked again by Arsvold, and right now will make the count full at 3-2. So we saw a 3-ball count to Overby, a 3-ball count to Schumacher, and now a 3-ball count to Berberich. It's been every pretty much other almost here against the Thompson Tommies in this 3rd inning for Jacob on the mound. Payout pitch on the way. This one is hit down the left field line, but hooking foul. Sitting on that pitch was Berberich. Just got out in front of it enough to hit it down the left field line foul, and it'll be a loud strike. It'll still stay at 3-2. That one would have allowed to be a carousel with the runners going around the bases here. Instead, it'll be 3-2 again, and the pitch. Off-speed foul tipped, and it'll still stay alive. And right now, Ray Kritzberger playing nearly in the alley here in center field, where Bergstrom is playing a little bit more down the left field line, and right center has a lot of gap in front of it. And Freese Berberich can somehow fillet one over Cole Kritzberger at second base. 3-2 pitch. Off speed, popped up. That's going to be playable. The right fielder, Judish, comes in, gets the glove. Runners will tag, at least the lead runner coming in to score. So it's a sacrifice fly is coming in from third base's Connor Welsh. It's now 2-0 Thompson. Second out, so you got the sacrifice bunt and the sacrifice fly here for Thompson in the 3rd inning. And that's going to be a Berberich sacrifice fly to make it 2-0 Thompson here in the 3rd inning. So runners at first and second. Cunningham at first, Schumacher at second, and Odenbach steps up as he popped up to the catcher to start the 2nd inning. This one will be past the shortstop here as Koenig tried to slide down to it. Runners will advance 90 feet. There'll be an error there on the pitcher, so that'll be the first one against Mayport CG as Thomas goes from second to third, and Tyler goes from first to second. And really good job by Cunningham being that trailing runner to see the play and develop in front of him to get down to second base. You don't want to get the final out there, but now all of a sudden you're in scoring position here for Cunningham. As Odenbach will see the lefty wind and deliver. Swung on and missed. Now 0-1. Seventh batter to the plate here for the Thompson Tommies. Mayport CG in the top of the fourth. They will send Reed Kritzberger, Jacob Hunter, and Landon Koenig, the 2, 3, 4 batters for the Patriots. Just how much are they going to be down by? Currently 2 right now against the Thompson Tommy number 5 batter in Odenbach. And the pitch. Breaking ball. This one is hit in a rope to right field, and that's going to go off the right fielder's glove, Judish. One run is coming in Schumacher. Another run is coming in Cunningham, and that's 2 runs on the board again for the Tommies. It's now 4-0. So the third inning here, it's now 4-0 after Odenbach able to hit that one. We'll give him the double on that one. That was a tough play for Judish. It did hit him on an opportunity for a glove, but on the run. As coming on for a courtesy runner now for the Thompson Tommy is going to be Jonathan Muse, which again something Jake and I kind of have head nodded throughout the day. We like for pitchers and catchers to kind of keep the game moving here if you can courtesy run for someone. Strandy steps in, another lefty here, and another lefty that rips one to right. Judish is there on the line dry, but not before the Thompson Tommy score 4 runs in the third, and a new score on your Chris Mononak Insurance Company scoreboard. It's for Rip Thompson with the Patriots coming to the plate.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
3 complete here, and the Thompson Tommies have taken a 4-0 lead after in that bottom of the third inning, 4 runs come across off 2 hits. There was an error and a runner left on base, so a leadoff walk proves costly. And there's been, again, 3 free passes with Hutter in that last half inning, 2 via the walk, 1 on the hit batter here as Reed Kritzberger falls behind the count now 0-1. Kritzberger, Hutter, and Koenig, 2, 3, 4 batters for Mayport CG as Odenbach spikes one. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Kritzberger popped out to the shortstop Welsh in the first inning. 0 for 1 so far on the day. 1-1 pitch will be a fastball. That'll miss. Now 2-1. Again, any of the games you missed from earlier here in the Region 2 baseball tournament, go to your live event on YouTube. Click subscribe, and you can watch them all right there for free on demand as well by searching your live event. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the number 2 batter for Mayport CG in the top of the 4th inning to Kritzberger. Odenbach, the lefty, has been in rhythm right now. The 2-2 pitch, off speed, hit up the third base line. Now 2-2 all over again. Right now for Mayport CG, they're just trying to get a run across at least early on here in the 4th, and more importantly, try to get a runner aboard where they've only had 1 so far against Odenbach. This one is going to be a jam shot, going to be a difficult play, but the shortstop Walsh makes it look easy in the air for a little mini line drive pop out there at short. And now Hutter will step in. Last batter to reach was Hutter on the air by Strandy at first base on a 3-hopper. Since then, we've seen Strandy deliver the goods, made a leaping foul ball catch against McGillis in the 2nd, and also able to hold on a couple of times in the 3rd inning, extending his right to left foot there and kind of making the stretch. Now it'll be 0-1. As right now, Odenbach looks in the 0-1 offering. Off speed. Breaking ball, outer part of the plate, now 0-2. I haven't said only one time we've said a 3-ball count here for Kyle Odenbach. Only 2 times we've had a 2-ball count. Swung on and missed, and strikeout number 4 here for Odenbach of the evening. Has 1 strikeout that came in the second, 2 in the first, now 1 in the fourth here. 2 down quickly in the top of the 4th inning as Landon Koenig will step in. Mayport CG again just trying to find a way to get a runner on base and disrupt the rhythm that Odenbach is showing right now, as that one's in the dirt 1-0. Landon struck out his last time up to finish the top of the first inning for Mayport CG. This one will miss at the letters, now 2-0. 3 2/3 innings work for Odenbach so far. 4 strikeouts against, no walks, no hits, and again, just 1 runner aboard, and that was via the air with Hutter in the first inning. So 3-0 as Odenbach will have his second 3-ball count here of the evening. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike, now 3-1 as Koenig was taking the entire way. Mayport CG also has a little brewing up there. Third base line in the bullpen right now. Some guys just playing catch. 3-1 pitch. That'll miss. A 5-pitch walk for Landon. And Mayport CG will try to get a 2-out rally going here. The perfect game again went away in the first. And then first base runner in terms of a walk or hit now. So Odenbach has done a really nice job keeping the Patriots' bats at bay so far. For the Thompson Tommies in the bottom of the 4th inning, they will send Wolfgram over, being Gibson. 7, 8, and 9 batters due up for Thompson. As Odenbach looks back the runner at first. This one will be in for a strike, now 0-1. Lucas Fugelberg struck out swinging his last time up in the second. Lefty-lefty matchup here as the runner at first base is Koenig. Odenbach looks back the runner. Fires, misses. That one will be above the letters, now 1-1. Thompson looking for their 15th win of the season. Mayport CG, they're looking for their 11th. 1 ball and 1 strike here with Odenbach. And Odenbach will try the pickoff throw. Getting back safely, there's Koenig. Keeping him at first base is Strandy. Outfield playing straight away, maybe a little bit in right. Overby playing a little bit more down the right field line. 1-1 pitch is popped up, and that'll be foul as Strandy sees that one go out of play, now 1-2. Thompson in the 3rd inning, an RBI by Welsh. Berberich came in and scored to make it 2-0 after a sacrifice fly, and then there was an Odenbach, a 4-0. Berberich actually had the sacrifice fly, for Thompson in the 3rd inning. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball, got him looking, and that'll be strikeout number 2 here in the 4th. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner on. Odenbach, 4 innings of work and 5 strikeouts to 1 walk. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Thompson Tommies coming to the plate on your live event.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com. The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsborough and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsborough Central Valley students. It's the Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club.
Jake Berkmeyer doing many things behind the scenes here. The puppet master today on this one. The producer, on-site technician, engineer, however you like to say here. Getting the Mevo camera up going as well. Chase Miller with you here. Jake Berkmeyer able to do a little bit of everything here on your live event. As we have Wolfgram over being Gibson, 7, 8, 9 batters. This one hit, and that's going to be foul here by Wolfgram. Wolfgram flew out to Bergstrom to end up the 2nd inning. Bottom of the lineup, though, for the Thompson Tommies has been productive so far today. A walk with a run scored, sacrifice bunt with Gibson, and then Wolfgram again with the flyout after working the count to 3-1. Off-speed pitch That'll miss now 1-1. Bergstrom in left, Reed Kritzberger in center, Judish in right here for Mayport CG. 1-1 offering on the way by Hutter as he looks into Ardsville behind the plate. This one in there for a strike. Breaking ball now 1-2. If you can locate that breaking ball and then come in with a decent fastball and sometimes even a cutter, you're going to have a lot of production here at the high school level. 1-2 pitch. This one is hit in the air to right. That's going to die in front of Judish. It's a leadoff single for the Thompson Tommies. And for the third time today, Thompson has her leadoff man aboard. That'll be the fourth hit. Now Drew Overby and Thompson a chance to tack on some runs here in the bottom of the fourth. Fugelberg at third, Koenig at shortstop, Cole Kritzberger at second, McGillis again at first. Will hold the runner on at first with Wolfgram. Here for the Mayport CG Patriots as Hutter looks back to runner at first and the pitch. This one will miss at the eyes, now 1-0. Winner of this game will play at roughly 4:30, 4:45 tomorrow in championship game number 1. Loser of this contest will play at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, also on your live event against Hatton Northwood in another elimination game. This one will be in there for a strike, now 1-1 to Overby. So came into today with 6 teams in Region 2 and now down to 3 here in the tournament. Fugelberg playing on the grass at third. 1 ball, 1 strike to Overby. Hutter delivers. That one will make Ardsville have to get out of his crouch position there. Now 2-1. Mayport CG adding Finley Sharon here this year as well into their co-op. Under Finley Sharon Hope Page split up their co-op after last season. Hope Page with Maple River from the Maple Valley School District here as that one is in there for a strike. Now 2-2. It's crazy to think. Some teams are in Region 4 like the Grafton Spoilers in baseball, but Region 2 for everything else, just kind of how it works when you got X amount of teams and got to find 8 regions. This one will come in and that one almost hit the batter, so it'll be 3-2 here as Overby has worked the count full. So far, 2 walks Hutter has given up alongside with a hit batter. 2 strikeouts. There's been 4 runs across on 4 hits and 3 innings have worked. Hutter looks. That one will miss, and it's a walk. So after a leadoff single, Wolfgram gets to second. Overby will take the free pass, his second walk of the evening. Now it's Brody Gibson who executed a perfect sacrifice bunt his last time up, and we'll see if that'll be the case here in the 4th inning to try to get these runners into scoring position with Wolfgram trying to get to third and Overby at first, and then you flip the lineup back to the top here for Thompson. Or with a 4-run lead, you allow the sophomore center fielder to try to hit away with some pretty good wheels on the bases as well for the Tommies. Mayport CG shows their particular defensive placement there as the shortstop Koenig ran in front of the runner at second. Wolfgram is charging down the line. It was going to be Fugelberg to try to maybe say, hey, try to get the runner out at third, but instead Hutter just held it because there is a big gap there on the left-hand side of the infield. Now the pitch, looking to bunt, and now they're going to go down to third, and the throw is going to be into left field. It will be an error. Runners move up from first to third is going to be Overby. Wolfgram comes in to score, and now it's 5-0 Thompson. So runners were off right away with the pitch, and then the error by Ardsville, and that's a difficult thing again. As a third baseman is coming down, Fugelberg has to know he's got to cut that off in some capacity because Koenig has a long way to go from short to third to try to get there. By the time Ardsville delivered it, Wolfgram was already nearly at third base, and he sees it going to left. And by that time, that allows the runner from first again in Overby to get from first to third as the infield's in for the Patriots. Trying to get a squeeze play will be foul, as this will be 1 ball and 1 strike. Seen the suicide squeeze earlier today that went awry for Hatton Northwood. And it was a 4-4 game late in that contest for Larimore. Now it didn't come back and haunt them, so to speak, later on. But we've seen Gibson again execute the bat with a sacrifice bunt. Sometimes it's a straight suicide squeeze. Other times it's a safety squeeze. Here we'll see what the play is with a 1-1 count. Trying to go back to the runner at third. Getting back there is Overby. Overby wasn't too far off at third as Fugelberg trying to keep him close. So Thompson with a run here so far in the 5th. As Hutter looks in. Swung on and missed. Now 1-2. Pardon me, a runner's run so far here in the 4th inning. They were scoreless in the first 2 where they had just 1 hit across and 1 runner left on base. Since then, second time through the lineup, they've been able to climb and get some hits, get some runners on with the free pass as well. Plate 5 runs across. Here's the pitch. That'll be in the dirt. Arnswell does a good job blocking that one. That'll be a ball coming up here with Gibson. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody outs here in the 4th inning. As the infield again is in for the Patriots. 2-2 pitch upcoming from Hutter. That'll miss on the outer part of the plate. Now 3-2. Connor Welsh, the leadoff man, is due up next for Thompson. Brody Gibson, really nice at bat. And after the play was on a steal here for head coach Nate Solis. Got 1 run across so far with a runner 90 feet away. 3-2 pitch. That one will be strike 3 looking, and Hutter gets his 3rd strikeout. His 2nd looking, the first since the 2nd inning when he struck out Strandy. Now it goes to the top of the order here with Connor Welsh. Welsh with a single in the 1st and a stolen base was left at 2nd. Welsh then had a single in the 3rd and then able to get a stolen base and also a run scored as well with an RBI, the first one of the contest. Welsh takes one running in. That'll be 1-0. Thomas Shoemaker due up next. Top of the lineup here for Thompson the 2nd time through. The top 3 batters in Welsh, Schumacher, and Cunningham all came in to score in the 3rd inning. 5-0 right now. Tommy's over the Patriots. Bottom of the 4th and the pitch. This one is fouled up the 3rd baseline. Nate Solis says, I don't need a glove. I can make the fielding play up the 3rd baseline just finely. Thank you. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here as Hutter will go through the Thompson-Tommy lineup the 3rd time here this evening. And the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. Now 1-2. Mayville State have the football field behind us. Jeromeburg Field hosting nearly, crazy to think, about 3.5 weeks from now. The Shrine Bowl will be in Mayville. Middle of June on the 18th. Pitch upcoming. That one will miss. That'll be 2-2. You'll have both the 9-man games and the 11-man games, and now the Shrine Bowl, not to say it wasn't before, but really is the premier all-star football game with the Mondak Bowl going away, where that used to be some of the best. Montana against some of the best in North Dakota, where sometimes kids would pick and choose which one they would go to. Here's a 2-2 pitch. This one is hit in the air. That's to center field, to straightaway center. Reed Kritzberger has some time, camps underneath it. Coming in from 3rd base is Overby. It'll be a sacrifice fly by Connor Welsh. 6-0 Thompson. So Welsh able to get his 2nd run driven into the contest. That will be on the sacrifice fly, the 2nd one that we've seen from the Thompson Tommies here. And Schumacher will step up here after Wolfgram made it 5-0 after coming in after a stolen base. This one will be in the dirt and a ball. Thomas so far is 0 for 1 today with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. That all came in the 3rd inning. The 5th batter here for the Thompson Tommies. We've seen him done it via the small ball. We've seen the sacrifice bunts, the stolen bases, the sacrifice flies. This one is hit in the air, and that's going to be lifted to left field. Bergstrom will come in and finish it to retire the side, but not before the Thompson Tommies score 2 runs in the 4th inning off a 1 hit. There was an error and nobody left on base. 4 complete here in Mayville. Thompson leads it by 6 with the Patriots coming to the plate.
Hillsborough Drug and Gift, your community Health Mart pharmacy, brings you the feel-good savings on your healthcare needs. Keep the allergies at bay with Health Mart Allergy Relief 30-count tablets, just $14.99. Health Mart Ibuprofen 100-count coated tablets, just $3.99. 100-count pack of Health Mart calcium tablets for just $7.49. You can also get a 2-pack of COVID-19 tests for just $15.95 at Hillsborough Drug and Gift. Hillsborough Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. You can enjoy some great food with a stop at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Each Friday in May, the Vets Club is serving up their Friday night burger baskets. Enjoy the fresh 1/3 pound burgers served up with a side of fries Friday nights from 5:30 to 7 p.m. On Saturdays, you can get some delicious roasted chicken from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. or until it's gone. Fries and coleslaw also available. Takeout and indoor dining options are available at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And don't forget to check out the appetizers each Wednesday at the Hillsboro Vets Club.
Top of the fifth inning we go. Mayport, CG, McGillis, Judish, and Arnsvold here, the 6, 7, and 8 batters here for the Patriots in a contest that has gone 68 minutes so far here in Mayville. Chase Miller, Jake Burkmeyer with you here. Region 2 baseball tournament earlier today. Mayport, CG, and Thompson. This is their first game of the day, but Hatton Northwood played 2, Larimore played 2. Hatton Northwood able to win both of theirs. That one will be a strike, now 0-1. Hatton Northwood with a 6-3 win over Hillsboro Central Valley. The Thunder scored 2 runs in the 4th, 5th, and the 6th, and then the Thunder able to get a walk-off game-winning hit by Hunter Frederick to finish the contest off against Larimore 5-4. This one hit on the ground. Cunningham is there. Goes to Strandy. Nice pick at first. 6-3, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Maple River lost to Larimore 13-3. That was in 5 innings. And then Polar Bears lost by a run to the Thunder. That was a good contest, too, in that elimination game. Larimore got up early, then the Thunder kind of came storming back a little bit, no pun intended. Top of the 5th inning here with 1 out as Judas struck out swinging his last time up. And the pitch. That'll miss for a ball, now 1-0. Walsh at short, Wolfgram at second, Strandy again at first with Burbridge behind the plate here for the Tommies. 1-0 count on the way. That'll be in there for a strike, now 1-1. Class A baseball tournament and softball tournament in Jamestown this year. Pretty much what they did, they just flipped. Class B last season was in Jamestown, Class A was in Fargo, and they just switched those 2 locations for 2022. 2-1 upcoming with Odenbach. That'll be outer part of the plate now, 2-2. We've seen Odenbach really do a good job low in the zone, right about the knee on both sides of the plate against a lefty or a righty, hitting that outer part. 2-2 pitch. This one jammed him, and it'll be a pop-up. Welsh is there at short as he goes just a foot into left field, and that'll be 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Andrew Arnsvold is coming up next. The old adage of throwing strikes, getting ahead of batters. You know, a good season in baseball, if you hit 300, that means you record 7 outs for every 3 hits you get. And Odenbach right now is just saying, I'm going to hit the zone, force you to try to get one across the infield here, and going to trust my defense. It'll be 1-0 now to Andrew Arnsvold. 6-3 on the putout his last time to Welsh at short. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and miss. That'll be 1-1. 4 2/3 innings so far for Odenbach. He gets the ball, looks into Berberich, and he wastes little time. Likes what he sees. Winds and delivers. Check swing. Did he go? They appeal. No, he did not. Now 2-1. Thompson with 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 4th. They'll try to add to that here in the 5th. That's one miss for a ball. Now 3-1. The one thing for Mayport CG, you don't want to think about it for a Patriot fan, but if you score 0 runs here in the 5th, pitch upcoming, that'll be in there for a strike, 3-2. And Thompson scores 4 in the bottom of the 5th. That would be your 10-run rule. After 4.5, if you lead by 10, it would be game over. 3-2 pitch. This one is hit on the ground, and Welsh is going to field it. Goes across to Strandy, and this one's going to get by Strandy. That'll be an error on the play. So Arnsvold will get to first base, and for Mayport CG, they had a runner on in the 1st on an error. Now that's the 2nd time it's happened here in the 5th. Their only other base runner was a walk with Koenig in the 4th inning. The problem is, with all their base runners that have gone aboard, it's been with 2 outs. So you just couldn't really have a small ball variety to come through as best as possible here, as Cole Kritzberger will step in for Mayport CG as Kritzberger has grounded out his last time out to Welsh. This one will be in there for a strike. Now 0-1. Runner at first base here in Arsvold. Takes his lead. Pickoff play coming. That was close. Gets back safely. As Brandon Knutsvig, coming on here for the courtesy runner. Eagle Eyes Jake calling it out. 0-1 on the way here for Kritzberger. And he hits one in the air. That might be the first base hit for the Patriots, and it is. Kritzberger goes to straightaway center field, and the first hit comes in the bottom of the fifth inning here for Mayport CG as Knutsvig now is at second base. And you go right back to the top of the order, and now all of a sudden a base knock can make things a little more interesting here in the fifth with Ethan Bergstrom, or at least just trying to draw a walk, where it be Kritzberger due up next. So Odenbach for the first time will allow a Mayport CG runner in scoring position. I'll miss for a ball, now 1-0. So does that error come back and cost Thompson? Well, there goes the no-hitter for Odenbach after 4 2/3 innings. So Bergstrom struck out in the first, popped out on one pitch in the second. Here's the daylight play, and trying to get it on the one hop was Wolfgram, but backing up quickly as Gibson is diving back as Knutsvig. That would have been close if that throw would have been right on time. It would have been a bang-bang play there at second base. Runner at second, Knutsvig. At first base is Kritzberger. As Kyle Odenbach looks back to runner one more time, and the pitch. This one is hit in the air. That's to right center field. Overby is over, dives, and that gets by Overby. It's another base knock. Coming in to score is Knutsvig. Kritzberger, he's hustling in, and the relay throw, he's going to be out at home. Gibson, Wolfgram to Berberich to retire the side. It will be an RBI single for Bergstrom, but just one run comes across here for Mayport CG on 2 hits. There was an error and one runner left on base. 4.5 complete in Mayville. We have a new score. It's 6-1 Thompson here on your live event.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to irieinsurance.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrant, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center. New pitcher into the contest here for Mayport CG. That'll be Ethan Bergstrom as Hutter goes from the pitcher's mound to left field now for the Patriots, so it'll just be a straight switch. Hutter goes 4 innings, 4 hits against. There was 6 runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts as the lefty now in left field, and the righty comes on here for Mayport CG against the 3, 4, and 5 batters here for Thompson. Cunningham works to end the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Cunningham was hit by a pitch in the third and then came in to score a run as well. Pitch upcoming. That'll be a ball, now 3-0, but a really nice play as well by Thompson to finish the fifth. After Overby made a diving attempt in right center field, Gibson got it into Wolfgram, who threw the relay perfectly to the catcher Berberich to apply the tag, and that could be our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game right there. If that throw wasn't made the way it is, maybe it's 2 runs across from Mayport CG and still batting Instead, Thompson will get a 5-pitch walk here to start their bottom of the 5th inning. Tyler Cunningham gets the free pass, and 4 out of the 5 innings here for Thompson. Their leadoff batter has reached either via a single or a walk, as Reese Berberich sacrifice fly his last time up in the 3rd, which made it 2-0 Thompson. Struck out swinging in the 1st. Runner at first base is Cunningham here, as the righty Ethan Bergstrom will look in. And tries to pick off play over at first as Cunningham gets back safely. Still to come on our postgame show, brought to you in part by Halstead Telephone Company. Get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, also our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game, final numbers, and take a look ahead of what's coming up tomorrow here at the Region 2 Baseball Tournament on your live event. This one going to be to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch as Cunningham rounds second, takes a big turn, and he will hold up there. So that one in the dirt gets by Ardswold there, as that'll be on the wild pitch, and going to second base is going to be Cunningham. So Berberich will work ahead in the count now 1-0 to the cleanup batter here for Thompson, as Ardswold will come out again with the runner at second, making sure they have the proper signs on here with Bergstrom. Try not to steal any signs or anything of that nature. Might remind you of, what was that, Little Big League at the Metrodome, right, when they picked off Ken Griffey Jr. at second base? Where they had even the, the security cop up the right field line with the little head wiggle with the, at the time, the Twins M, not TC, on the front, I believe. Runner at second is Cunningham. Berberich and the count 1-0, and now Bergstrom will look back the runner. Pesky would be a word to describe Thompson on the base pass right now. They've been, if you've given them an extra 90 feet, they've been hard charging around the bases to get that extra 90 feet, whether that's going from first to third or from second to home. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball, now 2-0. Thompson so far 6 runs across on 4 hits. They have left 2 runners on base. For Mayport CG, 1 run across on 2 hits. They have left 3 runners on base for the Patriots so far here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This one will miss as well, so it'll be 3-0. There was a 5-pitch walk to Cunningham, and Reese Berberich is 1 pitch away from getting one more ball here and trying to get aboard. So the runner at second base again is Cunningham, as Bergstrom looks back the runner, and the runner's going to go to third base here. It's a walk, and that'll be a stolen base. So Cunningham will be at third base, Berberich at first base. The second walk here for Bergstrom in relief, and like we said, pesky. It's just the opportunity here if you're going to get a good secondary lead for Thompson, and it's the little things that make the big difference, is the old adage, and you always hear it from coaches. In basketball, it's taking care of the ball, rebounding. In football, it's making sure you block the guy in front of you, hold on to the football, don't commit penalties. And baseball, it's catching the easy ones, not giving teams extra outs. And when you can scamper up an extra 90 feet, Thompson will take it. So Tommy's up by 5 with runners at the corners and no outs, and they try to quick whip throw to McGillis. Berberich gets back safely. As Odenbach is 1 of 2 today with a double his last time up. That was a 2 RBI double in the 3rd inning. And the pitch. Runner goes from first to second. This was in the dirt, and Ardswold had no chance at that one as Berberich was off on the pitch. That'll be a stolen base. And all runners will be at second and third as the Tommies just continue to apply pressure here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as we'll see Mayport CG will have a new pitcher. We'll let you know who it is when we come back here. It's the Region 2 Baseball Tournament on your live event.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
In Grand Forks and Lakota, see Chris Moen, your agent with answers.
Bottom of the fifth inning with runners at second and third. The second baseman, Cole Kritzberger, now on the mound, and it's just a straight switch as Ethan Bergstrom goes from pitcher to second base. So Bergstrom is on the hook for the runners at second and third with Cunningham and Berberich right now. And stepping back in will be Kyle Odenbach here for the Tommies. Thompson up by 5 right now and a chance to potentially put the game away. This might be enough runs as well with the way Odenbach is pitching, and he's at the plate right now with that 2 RBI double his last time up. This one is popped up, and this will be in the infield as Fugelberg will call everybody off, and he has to go more into shortstop as he plays the win there. So 1 down here in the 5th inning. Ryan Strandy next. Line drive to the right fielder Judish. Struck out looking in the second. We've seen these Thompson Tommy batters really pull the ball here in Mayville. As right now, if Strandy can just hit one in the opposite field, probably has a chance to get a base knock. As right now the pull is on in the outfield. Hutter is playing the gap in left center field. The right fielder Judish is down the line, and Reed Kritzberger is in right center in center. That'll be 1-1. Seen that in the game. I know some baseball fans haven't been thrilled in terms of the shift where you put 3 infielders on one particular side, and talked about that in Major League Baseball. Should that be changed or not throughout the last handful of years? This one will be 2-1. You can blame John Madden when he was with the Tampa Bay Rays when that happened. Mad scientist when that kind of really started about a decade ago with 10 years ago. Or I have to double back on that. That would be 2-1, now 3-1. Joe Madden, there we go. It was part of the Madden family. So Joe Madden, again, about 10 years ago when he was with Tampa Bay before he went to the Chicago Cubs, won a World Series, and now in Anaheim with the Angels. This one is going to be hit and foul up the third base line, 3-2. So when Joe Madden kind of did that, that revolutionized a little bit the game of baseball, and then all of a sudden you saw it implemented more and more. Then you saw at particular times, no one on the left side of the infield when you had a pull shift like an Adam Dunn as an example to the plate. Here's the pitch on the way. This one is hit on the ground, and, well, that's at least going to be 1 run. Coming in to score is Cunningham. Everyone will move up 90 feet. It's now 7-1 Thompson on the Strandy RBI single. Berberich at third base. Strandy is at first, and Thompson leads at 7-1 right now. So this in the bottom of the 5th inning, as that's going to be the RBI here for Strandy to make it 7-1 Thompson, as we'll have a new runner into the game, courtesy runner here for the Thompson Tommies, and this would be Jonathan Muse at first base. So Muse will be at first base now. Berberich will be at third, and stepping up will be Wolfgram here. Wolfgram with a run scored, got a stolen base as well in the 4th inning. They check the runner at first, and Muse, he is head back safely. So right now Thompson, if they were to hit a 3-run homer here as an example, they'd be 1 run away from putting this game to bed in the 5th inning. That'd be close. Looking at bunt, runner goes to second base. The throw down is just a lollipop there. As getting to second will be Muse. And sometimes you might ask, well, why do games and coaches or teams do this? The answer is, hey, the less innings you have to throw, the better your chances are throughout a tournament, particularly if you lose tomorrow, if this game holds, if Thompson were to lose tomorrow, they could at least try to be as fresh as possible for Friday afternoon if it got to that point. So 2-0, and that's the same that we've seen in high school for baseball or softball. So if you have a lead, might as well take a chance to get this one to bed early instead of waiting to go through all 7. So 3 balls, no strikes here to Wolfgram. Runner at third base is Burbridge. Walked, stolen base, and got to third now. And Strandy, after getting a walk, was courtesy run for with Muse at second. And now it's a 4-pitch walk. So for Kritzberger, that's going to be a walk, so he's given up a hit and a walk in relief. Has been able to get one out. The book is not done on Bergstrom, as the runner at third base, again, is Burbridge. But bases are full of Thompson Tommies here with Drew Overby coming to the plate, and Overby will take a ball. So now the game-ending run comes to the plate here for Thompson in the bottom of the 5th inning. Contest, again, that started back at 5:47, nearly 90 minutes old here in Mayville. And the pitch, this one will miss in, now 2-0. The inning started with a walk by Cunningham. He came in to score. Burbridge with a walk as well. And he pop out to the third baseman, Odenbach, single by Strandy, and a walk by Wolfgram. This one will come in. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. It's a hit by batter. So the book is done on Ethan Bergstrom. 2 walks, 2 runs against, no outs recorded. As Kritzberger will hit a batter here. And for Thompson, that's their 9th free pass, either the walk or the hit batter here tonight. Coming in to score is Burbridge. Muse at third base, Wolfgram at second, and Overby on the hit pitch will be at first base here. And now it's 8-1 Thompson. So Overby was hit by a pitch. Now Brody Gibson, sacrifice bunt, strikeout looking, 0 for 1 today, bases full of Tommies. That'll miss. So 1 out here, 1 ball, 1 strike here, then it goes to the top of the lineup again for Thompson here in the 8th batter to the plate after Gibson. This one is hit in the air, and that's going to be filleted over the second baseman, Bergstrom. 1 run's coming in. The second run right on his tail. Coming in to score is going to be Muse. Also Wolfgram. They're bringing in Overby. Here's the relay. He slides in safely, and that'll do it. The game will be put to bed here. 11-1 Thompson. It's a bases-clearing 3 RBI hit for the number 9 batter, Brody Gibson, and the Thompson Tommies have won this contest with 5 runs here in the 5th inning. Contest that finishes at 7-17, so 90 minutes old. Thompson ends up picking up the victory here again by a final of 11-1. Brody Gibson, the number 9 batter, coming up clutch here late on a Wednesday night. We're back after this with our post-game show on your live event.
RAR Malting and Taft Elevator in Taft, North Dakota is a centrally located barley handling and malting plant serving North Dakota, Minnesota, western Montana, and Canada. RAR Malting has been a malt of reputation since 1847, distributing malting barley to breweries and distilleries around the world. And with Taft Elevator's upgraded handling, sampling, and testing equipment, they can maintain and preserve the quality of that malting barley. RAR Malting and Taft Elevator, handling and distributing malt of reputation.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Friday night racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5 wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
As we're back here again, your final in this one, 11-1 Thompson, as this one is officially done here today in Mayville. As we get to the top of the 6th inning, or after 5 innings of play, again, your final 11-1. Let's take a look at the box score here. Odenbach picks up the win. Kyle goes 5 innings, a complete game, 2 hits against, both in the 5th inning. There was a run earned against him as well. There was a walk and 5 strikeouts. Odenbach again gets a complete game win here for Thompson. Hutter picks up the loss for Mayport CG. He would go 4 innings of work, 4 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Bergstrom came on, 2 walks, 2 runs, and Kritzberger was able to get 1 out for 2 hits, 3 runs, and 2 walks as well. It's now time to get to our post-game show, brought to you in part by our friends at Halstead Telephone Company. It's our post-game connection. Discover your local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's now time to connect at halsteadtel.com. For Thompson, 11 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on base. Mayport CG, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 3 runners left on base. It's now time to get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Line 3 is now finished. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. That's enbridge.com/line3.us. Anytime you throw a complete game, even if it's 5 or 7, Kyle Odenbach had a perfect game, disrupted in the first because of an error, but outside of that, he would have been perfect going into the 4th inning because of a walk. So he had a no-hitter going to the 5th, but the error that was made by Strandy in the first, he flashed the leather not once but twice later on with a really nice pick in the 3rd, and also a sensational play in the 2nd inning against McGillis up the first base line to make up for it. But Kyle Odenbach, able to go 5 innings again, is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Also, he picks up the double in the 3rd as well. So Odenbach is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Now it's time to get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game, and that's going to be in the 5th inning for Thompson on the relay after an Ethan Bergstrom single to right. Overby tried to dive for it and grab it, unable to do so. It got by him. Gibson to Wolfgram to Berberich to retire the batter or the runner, Cole Kritzberger, at home plate. Instead of 2 runs coming in, or at least runners at 1st and 3rd for an example, with 2 outs, it was instead the last out of the inning for Mayport CG, and that was just a really nice play, and that is going to be our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. Now that you're getting in the field, or thinking about at least getting in the field, RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton is here to provide the customer service and support for your precision plant equipment. It pays to plant with precision from RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. Call 701-636-2119. Ethan Bergstrom for Mayport CG goes 1 of 3 with a run batted in here for Mayport CG. On the opposite side for Thompson, Connor Welsh, top of the lineup, did everything well. 2 at-bats, 2 hits. Both were singles with a run scored in the 3rd and 2 runs driven in. A sacrifice fly his last time up. Brody Gibson gets the game-winning and game-finalizing hit with 3 runs coming across, plating both Muse, Wolfgram, alongside Overby in the 5th inning. So there's a look at what's going to happen tomorrow here on your live event. 2:30 in a loser-out game. It's Mayport CG against Hatton Northwood. Thompson awaits the winner at around 4:30, 4:45 roughly would be when that one gets underway. If Thompson wins tomorrow, they will be the Region 2 tournament representative again for the 8th time in the last 9 years heading to state. Mayport CG, Hatton Northwood again, the winner of that contest contest will have to beat Thompson twice, once tomorrow and then one again on Friday. Central Cass is in. You have Lemoore Litchfield Marion in. North Star is in as well. We mentioned Surrey earlier, so it's slowly but surely coming together. And once all the regions have gone final, they will seed the tournament at Newman Outdoor Field. That'll be next week on Thursday at Newman Outdoor Field. On behalf of Jake Berkmeyer, I'm Chase Miller. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. Make sure you patronize them. Say thank you again for allowing us to be here. 4 games today in Mayville. Coverage got underway at 10:30 this morning. About 10 hours, roughly 9-10 hours here throughout the day here for some good baseball in Region 2. So again, tomorrow it'll be 2:30, Hatton Northwood at Mayport CG, and then Thompson against the winner of that in the Region 2 Baseball Championship. On behalf of Jake Berkmeyer, I'm Chase Miller. Thanks again for tuning in. The Thompson Tommies 1 win away from heading to state. Mayport CG and Hatton Northwood, they will need a win against each other tomorrow. Then they'll have to beat Thompson twice. So they're 3 wins trying to get to Newman Outdoor Field. Have a good rest of your night and a good rest of your week, and a happy Memorial Early Day weekend here as well on your live event.